to say thank you. We're not perfect, but we say thank you. Rest on me. Yeah. Rest on me. Rest on me. I don't want you to leave me. Jesus, I don't want you to leave me. Say that with me. I don't want you to leave me. Yeah. Y'all whispering. I don't want you to leave me. Yes. Rest on me. We say rest. Rest, Jesus. Rest. Rest, Jesus. Like the dew in the rest, Jesus. Tell him rest. Rest. Tell him to rest. Rest. Like the dew, yeah. Tell him to rest. I need to hear. Ask him to rest. You came. Ask him to rest. Like the dew, brother. Like the dew, like. Tell him to rest. Let me hear y'all. Tell him to rest. Come on, a little louder. Tell him to rest. Like the dew in the morning. Lift your hand this time with him. Tell him to rest. Open your mouth and ask him to rest. Come on in and rest. Like the dew, like the dew, like the dew in the morning. Come on, y'all. Say rest. Open your mouth and say rest. That's it, Bobby. Say rest. Like to do. Close your eyes and say rest. Oh, rest. Right there, Cal. Tell him to rest, Jesus. Rest. If you need it in your mind, say rest on me, Lord. Woo, rest. Till every burden leave rest. I'm gonna stay there, Cal. I feel God. I feel him, y'all. Till every heart is mended rest. Woo. Until every lack is removed. Rest. Your hands there and ask him to rest. Woo. Rest, Jesus. Calling for yourself. Rest. That's how everybody got a voice. Rest, Jesus. Rest, Jesus. You need him in your house. Come on. Rest, Jesus. You need him in your house. Come on and say it. You need him on your mind. Your mind. Rest, Jesus. So much is going on. I need you to rest. Rest on my children, Lord. Come on, come on. Rest on my children's. Come on, yeah. Rest on my family, Lord. Come on. I need you to do something for me. I don't need no money. I don't need no car. Come on. I need him to rest. Somebody got a sickness in your body. Say rest. Rest. Ooh, need you to rest. Last time for y'all. already here. Rest on you. Forget about who's around you and go for it. Forget about who's around you and go for it. I don't know what you're waiting on. He want to talk to you. You need to put a sign up in your spirit. Do not disturb. I'm worshiping the Lord. Put a sign up in your spirit. Do not disturb. I'm telling him to thank you. I'm telling him I need it. I'm telling him to open up a door. I'm telling him to keep on providing. But I need you to go ahead and not be ashamed and lift your hand and say, rest on me. Nobody knows how much I need you other than you. Oh, I'm going to say that again, Kyle. Nobody knows how much I need you. Woo, last time, brother. Nobody knows how much I need you. Woo. So I love to call your name. When I call your name. How many of y'all need a breakthrough right now? When I call your name. You ought to be smiling by right there, Kim. You ought to be smiling. I might be broke now, but when I call your name. You didn't hear what I said, Maurice. You might be a little broke now, but when I call your name. Somebody's hand should have went right there. You might feel a little sick now, but when I call your name. That's it, Danita. Whenever I lift my hands up, if a sickness hit my body more, when I call your name. Something happened at the name of Jesus, nephew. When I call, I don't know about nobody else. Lift your hands like you're about to get a breakthrough. I say when I call, when I look at somebody, Cal. Point at somebody saying, when I call his name. The devil trembles, y'all. Come on. The devil trembles when I call your name. When I call your name. When I call your name. I wish I had about 7 folks. When I call your name. When I call your name. He's here. 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 When I call your name. Jesus, 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 say. We're going to do it again. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Come on. That's all you need to call right now. You worried about the bill tomorrow. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Come on. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Y'all scared it? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Y'all ain't saying it. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Point to heaven. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. When I call your name. Y'all ain't acting right. I can't preach it because some of y'all ain't called. When I call your name. Anybody out there on Facebook that still in the bed, got the sheet on their head? When I call your name. to call him, Francis. You better point to somebody and say, whatever it was holding you back is about to break in the next 3 seconds. That's the wrong one. They still looking at their clock. They don't need nothing. Look at somebody and say, in the next 3 seconds, whatever you've been looking for. Oh, that's the wrong one too. Find somebody that believes in God. I'd say in the next 2 seconds, in the next 1 second, God is about to come through for you. Ain't nobody happy but Calvin Daniel. Say, God is about to come through for me. He's all I got. I wish I had somebody that said he's all I got. Everything else don't left for me. I don't have nobody else but him, Kim. Everything else is failing. Everything else is breaking my heart. But I still got Jesus. When I call your name, every time I call him, sickness got to go. Every time I call him, light got to go. Every time I call him, light got to show up. Every time I call him, my healing got to come. My healing got to come. My yoke got to be destroyed when I come. When I come. I feel the breakage when I come. Whoa! Something happened for me when I come. Mario, it ain't gonna be like that all the time. When I come. Yeah, when I come. When I come. The devil get mad with you, man. Tell your neighbor, the devil get mad with you. When I come. When I come. Y'all done forgot him. Y'all been calling everybody else but him, breather. You got to get him back in your mouth. When I come, yeah. Turn the preach. When I. Let's go ahead and call him right here. Say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Come on. Woo. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say it. It's working. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Yeah. Anybody feel better? Throw your hands up if you feel better. Are they feeling better out there? You should have came to church. You feel good. Say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say. They can't feel what you feel, Ted. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say. I dare you to point at the Bible. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. When I call your name. Y'all got it now. When I call your name. I'm gonna leave you alone. When I call your name. What? Stretch your hands up high. I believe God is already doing what you request. I love to call him. He's been with me a long time. Been with me a long time. Been with me a long time. Oh, he's been with me a long time. So I have to Jesus, Jesus. He's always been right there for me. He's always been right there for me. I'm not ashamed to tell you that he's always been there for me. Jesus, he's always made a way for me. Y'all don't want to worship him. He's always made a way for me. Yes, sir. Every time I needed something, he always made. You ain't always been there, but Jesus. I was in sin. He became my Savior, Savior. I was lost. I was sinking to rise no more. He became my Savior. I have to call him. Thank him for saving you. Say, Savior. It's more than a car. More than a car. Savior. More than clothes on your back. Savior. I don't nobody know about me, but my reach. I was seeking and he saved me. Say, Savior. He's mine. Anytime things come to me, why you love him so much, Ma? Why you love him so much? Why you love him so much? 'Cause he first loved me. Why do you love him so much? Brother Ford, because he first. I didn't love him first. How I love Jesus. Y'all used to get excited about that. Oh. How I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Now you ought to get that part. Oh, maybe you don't like that version. I'm finna preach right here. Maybe you don't like that version. Maybe they like this version. I love you, Jesus. Same thing. Same thing. I worship you. I ain't here to stand next to this person to let them hear me tell you. I don't hear you tell them. Lord, I right? Clap your hand if you're all right, y'all. 1 Kings 18:41. I could have been dead. And every time I go, something happens to me when I see water. God speaks to me. God wants me to let y'all know that your best days is right in front of you. You know, y'all act funny sometimes. Y'all act funny. Y'all act funny. You know, and he tells us what to do. He says, enter into his gates with thanksgiving. Some of y'all are trespassing. Some of y'all are literally trespassing. He tells you what it takes to get into his gates. And if he says, you're going to come through my gates, you can't come in kind of way, y'all. You got to enter into his gates. Most of y'all coming to get something. And he going to give you something if you enter in with something. Now, we're going to try this again. He said, enter into his gates with thanksgiving. Now, in other words, before I give you what he told me to give you, thank him for what he's already gave you. They didn't hear me. They didn't hear me. I said, before I give you what he wants me to give you, thank him for what he's already gave you. And I need about 10 folks to thank him for what he's already done for you. No, you whispering, you got to make a man thank him for what he already gave me. I know he already been good to me, but some great things about to head to me. And I need about 10 folks. I'll be number 11. I'll be number 11. We'll get 11. I really need 10. I'll make it 11. I need somebody to just throw their hands up and say, it's heading my way. McNeely, we are normally, I want to show y'all something today. We'll normally talk something different, and I'm going to show you something. I'm always starting something. I always want to be starting something, but God always showed me something. And in this verse, it says that Elijah said unto Ahab, get up, eat and drink. Why? Because there's a sound. I don't see nothing, but I hear something in my spirit. Now, see, most of y'all couldn't clap right there because you trying to follow God with your flesh. But in this day and time, you got to follow God from your spirit. Next verse, Cal, interesting. He says, I hear a sound of abundance of rain. Verse number 32 says, verse number 32 going to tell him to seek God. So Ahab went up to eat and to drink, and Elijah went up to the Carmel, and he cast himself to the ground, put his face between his knees. Verse number 43, please. When he put himself on his knees, he said to his servants, go up now, look toward the sea. And he went up and looked and said, there's nothing. He said, go 7 times. Verse number 44. And it came to pass that on that 7th time that he said, there is a little cloud out of the sea, like a man's hand. He said, go up, say to Ahab, prepare the chariot, because the rain is coming. It's going to be so much coming, you better hurry up and get out the way. Get down that the rain that's coming your way, so much coming your way, it's going to be so much, you better go ahead and leave now. I want to talk about the sound of a breakthrough. Look at somebody and say the sound of a breakthrough. Now, most of the time in church, we are taught to look for things to get better. Mark, that's what they teach us, because we walk by faith and So the focus is on looking for the breakthrough to show up. We're most of the time taught to watch, and ain't nothing wrong with that, for a breakthrough. But for the next breakthrough that's going to happen in your life, it's not just going to come by you watching. It's going to come by what you hear. And this day and time, it's about what you are. Be careful what you are. The sound that you hear. Because sometime in life, you will not be able, you ain't going to be able to see it. Okay. Sometimes you're not going to see your way through. You just have to hear it. And most breakthroughs start, somebody shout, with a sound. That's why it's important. I was trying to get you a while ago. I give you another chance. That's why I was trying to tell you a while ago that whatever you're lacking, it will come to you when you release a sound. Most of your mouth been closed ever since you've been in here, but watch this. There's an extra breakthrough will come when you participate in making sound. You're quiet here, but you were yelling for your team. You had a sound. Roll sound. It's a tide sound. But up in here is a worship sound. And everybody ought to open their mouth like something is about to happen for you. Oh yeah, that was a whisper. No. You gotta let the enemy know. I can't see my way, but I hear something coming. I need about 10 folks to help me to make a sound. Come on, make a sound, yeah, for your house. See, you feel your mouth been too closed. Make a sound for your healing. Don't worry about who else hollering. You better holler. I'm telling you. Holler like you hear something coming. They don't do this everywhere. Everywhere else they're going to tell you to be quiet. But up in here, they shouldn't have came up in here and said, we make a sound. And every time we make a sound, another breakthrough happens. Look at somebody and say, it might not look like it now. You might can't see it, but your doggone soul can hear it. I hear light moving. I hear yokes broken. They get mad with us out there now. Somebody say, to make a sound. Lord, I add some more days to your ears. Make a sound. And for by this time tomorrow, y'all didn't hear what I just said. By this time tomorrow, whatever it was, this sound gonna turn it around. I had to get off the stage. I said this sound is gonna turn it around. You sitting next to somebody quiet. Find somebody and look at them and holler. Say, let's holler. To the next door open. Let's holler till they come out the hospital. Let's holler till they get healed. Let's holler till the money hit the bank. Let's holler till the disease move. Let's holler. Let's holler. Holler. Shobi, I don't know if you ever been in an accident. So Sobi, I don't know if anybody ever encountered an accident. When you got ready to go into that accident, you didn't sit there with that car coming at you and say, You didn't sit there and say, this car almost hit me. No, you didn't see that car coming at you. You didn't sit there calm. You didn't sit there calm when it looked like you was about to die. You didn't sit there calm. You opened your mouth. And inside of that car, what did you do? You made a sound. And I want to show you today that sometimes you can't see it. Sometimes you got to hear it. All right, now watch this. Well, why this? We're going to come back to that, please, ma'am. But I want to show you something when you can't trust. Somebody shout, you can't trust your eyesight. Especially when it's not been reborn. You can't. Watch this. 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. I want to show you why God sometimes says, I'm not going to always show it to you. Because watch this. He says, your eyes have not. Oh, God have mercy. Say with me, those who love God, He has arranged some things for you. If you love God, God has arranged some things for you that your natural eye. God has already arranged, put some things in place that your natural eye have not seen. So we're not shouting what we see in the natural eye. We shouting, watch this, as it's written, eyes ain't seen this. Somebody shout, what I see ain't normal. And that's why folks getting mad, because when they see something, you say, I see more than that. You want to start getting some enemies? Tell them what you are seeing, not with the natural eye. So, because the natural eye, you broke it in the 10 Commandments that Moses dropped. But in your spirit, with your belly making itself, they don't want to talk to me on this side. With your belly making itself, they don't want to talk to me. With your belly can pay your bills. You so broke, you don't even want to see the mailman coming. Oh, ain't nobody want to talk about that. You so broke till you tiptoe to the mailbox. And see, that's why our shout is different, because we might not have it in the natural. But baby, what I see in my spirit, I need about 10 folks in here to get happy with what you got in your spirit. He says, eyes have not seen. That's the first thing. And then sometimes them natural ears ain't heard. Watch this. And neither have it entered into the heart of man. Nobody knows your spiritual business. Point across the room and say, you don't know my spiritual business. They think they know your natural business, but they don't know your spiritual business. They don't know how many times you going in the room talking to God. They don't know how many times you fasting. They don't know your spiritual. It ain't entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. I told you, them that love him. Somebody shout, I love him. You cannot love God and he not take care of you. I feel like preaching. Somebody shout, I love him. You cannot love God and stay sick. Somebody shout, I love him. You cannot love God and your child stay hard-headed. Somebody shout, I love him. And I didn't just start loving him when I got to church and started preaching. I'm going to mess some stuff up right in here. I loved him when I was drunker than a skunk. I loved him when I was drinking and I wasn't saved. I loved him when I was in the club. Y'all better talk to me. I loved him when I was doing things that I shouldn't have did. Somebody shout, I didn't just fall in love with him. I've been loving him a long time, because he been keeping me with my hard head. I need about 10 folks in here say, I love him, not because of the car, but because he brought you off drugs. Somebody died. You was sniffing cocaine and he covered your brain. You was coming out the wrong room and you have the nerve to get up in here like he ain't never done nothing for you. I need about 10 more folks in here say, I know he love me. Not just because I come to church. I know he loved me. Not just because I'm a preacher. He loved me when I wasn't a preacher. I know he loving me right now. Somebody said, I know he loved me. And because he loved me, he has arranged some things That's why they don't like it, because God gonna still give you what he promised. That's why religious folks get mad, because God's still blessing you. And they know a little stuff about you, but God still gave it to you anyway. Look at somebody, they said I wasn't going to get it. Y'all won't hear me to preach for some reason. They mad because you got it. They mad because you're standing. They mad because you something that they said you will never be. They mad because they talked about you. In the Waffle House, they said it. But look at you now. How about somebody say, look at us now? Because they didn't know that while you was in your sins, God was preparing some stuff. You see that? God didn't prepare stuff when you got saved. God has some stuff prepared. You just wasn't ready for it. Somebody throw your hands and say, I'm ready now. Here it is. He says, I got some stuff, Maurice. And I'm finna go. He said, I've prepared some stuff. Watch this. It's too big. It's in your spirit. Watch this now. I think it's the 10th verse. Watch this. And I'm going to get back. I can't see it in the natural. Oh, God. I can't see it in. Can I get this out, Maurice? Help me get out. Look at your neighbor and say, you might can't see it in the natural. Y'all don't sound like me. Point at somebody and say, you might not see it in the natural, but sweet frequencies move from the natural and go to the spirit. Look at somebody and say, switch frequencies. When it looks bad in the natural, you gotta switch frequencies, because if it ain't in the natural, he got it in the spirit. You might can't see it in the natural, but God has revealed it by his spirit. There it is right there. Look at somebody, say, it's in my spirit. The money is there. He's gonna give it to me. I see my money. It's in my spirit. Kim, you gotta see your healing. When you're going back and forth to the doctor, you gotta leave the doctor with a bad report and put that hat on and say, it's in my spirit. Look at somebody and say, the reason I made it today, I didn't feel like coming to church. Y'all don't want to talk to me. The flesh didn't feel like getting up this morning. The flesh didn't feel like coming to the house of God. The flesh wanted to stay in that bed. But down in my spirit, God said, I got something for you. Get out of the bed, take you a shower, and give me a praise. And I'm gonna give you what's in your spirit. Praise him like you know it's coming out. Praise him like what he gave you. It's got to happen. It's in my. Hit yourself and say, it's in my spirit. I feel God breaking something. Cameraman, I'm sorry. I feel God breaking something. But hit your own self and say, it's in there. You might can't see it. Why y'all sitting looking at me? Say, it's in there. It's in there. If God put it there, he wants you to shout before it show up. If God put it there, he wants you to act a fool before it happens. And if you believe what you see, shout about. Why you shouting? Say it's in my spirit. I ain't got the car yet, but I see me riding in my spirit. I ain't got the promotion yet, but I see it in my spirit. Lean back and say, I know what I see. That's what you gotta see when you gotta have it. And you know God working on you. You gotta see yourself. Shout, I see me getting better. They talking about me. but I see me better than this. Y'all won't talk to nobody. Say, I see me better than this. I see me better than this. I see God. I see a new creature. Who showed it to you? God did it. Who showed it to you? God did. Who showed it to you? Who showed you the car? Who showed you the promotion? Who showed you the healing? Well, if you know it was God, give him the praise. He can't tell no lie. He ain't lying. Tell somebody he ain't lying. That's what he gonna give you. You think too small. He ain't lying. Y'all point at somebody and say, you're thinking too small. He ain't lying. Eyes haven't seen. So do it now. Do it now. There. Do it now. Now. If he showed it to you, he wanna. Y'all ain't happy. If he showed it to you, he wanna do it right now. Go find somebody from your seat and say, if he showed it to you, he don't want to do it tomorrow. He don't want to do it next year. He want to do it. Do you have it right now? Right now. Now. Unto him that is able. Lord have mercy. Now. Unto him that is able. Now. I got my healing. Where you got it? With your broke self. I got money to feed all you. I can send all y'all right now. Matter of fact, go on to Chick-fil-A today. I got you. Tell somebody I got you. Go on down there to any Chick-fil-A. Tell them I'll be there to pay them anyone. Now to him. I'm through. Somebody shout, this in my spirit. When it's in your spirit, you walk like it. With your broke self. Somebody shout, it's in my spirit. I ain't waiting for it to turn around. It already done. Now watch this. Let me tell you this and I'll leave you alone because I got to give you this. Somebody shout, I refuse to get a negative report. Watch this. Go back. I refuse. Go back to get a what? Somebody say, I know what I see. Go to 1 Kings 18:41 and then I'll let you go. Did you get anything? Whoo! I refuse. Somebody shout, I hear a breakthrough. And I refuse to get a negative report. That's the only point I'm going to give you. Y'all ready to go home? Somebody shout, I know what I see. And I refuse. What? Let's try again. So I know what I hear. And I refuse. What? I hear the sound. What? Not average. And see, not little. I hear the sound. Come on, people. Don't worry about the letter, the bills. I hear a sound of deliverance. Y'all getting messed up over what you see. But I want to know, what do you hear? I hear God working it out for you, Bobby. Get an attitude. Say, I don't care what you see. I know what I hear. And folks will try to talk you out of what you. Some of y'all talking your children out of what they hear. With your little average mind, you trying to get them to be like you. And they hear bigger than you. You can't get mad because your child is dreaming bigger than You supposed to be pushing them, pointing them, preparing them when they see big stuff. No, you can't punish them because of your little average mind. God put a dream inside their heart, and you let somebody kill Charles. That's why you got to watch yourself how you let somebody else talk to you, because that ain't what I hear. And you got to refuse. Just like a credit report. Remember I told you. You know what you hear a card in your spirit. And they done turn you down 9 times. You talking about you messing up your credit report, child. It's already jacked up. They can take all the points off. It's already a 480. What's going on? Matter of fact, you ain't depending on your credit report. Somebody shout, I'm depending on what's on the inside. I'm like the lady with the issue of blood. The lady with the issue of blood she heard her wholeness. She said what she heard. She said what she heard. She said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I heard in my spirit that I shall be made whole. I'm bleeding now, but I shall be made whole. And she refused to accept a negative. Some of y'all stop cause somebody calling back to you with something. Every time God told me he was going to do something for this church, negative report. It can come from your family too. Oh, don't look for the negative report just outside, even in your own family. Because you wasn't a certain child, the certain one that the blessing was going to come through. And they thought you was going to be jacked up all your life. And then you roll up on them a different another way. Blows their mind. Somebody shout, God blow your mind all the time. I love to roll past them and make them look. Because I refuse. Some of you right now can't be yourself, because when you start being yourself, somebody bring you a negative report. That don't look good on you. Your hair don't look right with purple beads, so you change it to red. Your hair never look the color they wanted. You got to make it look like what you hear. Somebody shout, I live like what I hear. There, you change my personality because you are boring and don't nobody like you and ain't nobody excited about you. You ain't gonna dumb Calvin Daniel down because you done got stuck in a rut. You ain't gonna hold me back and tell me what I can and can't. Y'all looking, you ain't gonna sit on me and make me think that I don't know my God. I know what I hear. And I refuse to let somebody bring me down to a negative report. Folks would put you in the negative box. I want you to shake yourself out of the negative box. I need to see some shaking. Shake yourself out of the negative box. Folks don't put you in the negative box. That's why bullies try to bully our children. They try to bring something negative. You got to fight them bullies back and let them know no matter what you say, you can't break me. You ain't going to make me take my life because you don't like your life. You gotta shake yourself out of the negative box. Tell somebody, shake yourself. Folks will bully you and make you stay. Yeah, it's bullies in the church. I'm finna go now, Brenda. I say it's bullies up in here. They'll eye you when you try to shout. Them punk you out, make you sit down as they look at you and say, it don't take all that. Look up and down your road and say, you ain't gonna bully me. Oh, I'm too blessed to be bullied. They'll look at you and say, don't praise God. You know how they look. Look at next to you. You know how they look. Every time you shout, they'll cut their eyes. If you ain't got no check for me, I'll be quiet. You write me out the money I need, I shut up. But everything I need, you can't help me. So I might as well. I'm finna go, Cal. I got to preach again, ain't I? Let me. Somebody said, stop talking negative. Elijah said, I hear. He said, hey, Ahab, get you something to eat. Because it's time to shout. What's coming your way got to have a full stomach. Get up. Get you something to eat and drink. For something big is headed your way. Cal, I need a real good shout right here. Shout like something big is coming your way. I ain't got but 5 minutes. Somebody shout, more is coming. I ain't got this section right here. Out there, they saying it heard shout, more is coming. Neither they don't want to say it up in here. Next week gonna be a more week. Matter of fact, before you go out that door, you're gonna have more before you hit that door. I need somebody by faith say, I hear it. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna have more. More gonna hit your house all next week. Gonna be a more week. Y'all better find somebody that I'm prophesying. Y'all ain't rolling with me. Say every day next week gonna be a week of more. More money, more joy, more peace, more deliverance, more turnarounds, more eating. Your house gonna be more peaceful, more loving. Just somebody turn around and say, more is on the way. It may look dry now, but I hear rain. I hear rain. Somebody said, I know what I hear. I'm not going to accept no negative. What you see in your spirit will be tested. If the devil can't break your flesh, he comes to break your spirit. Because what's coming to manifest got to come through the spirit. It ain't gonna get here. Everything that you manifest got to come through your. And if you got a bad spirit, you ain't gonna get no blessing. That's why you can't let folks contaminate your spirit. You can't let them get to you, because that's the portal that the blessings travel through. And you can't let folks get you a nasty spirit. Some folks got a nasty spirit. That's why they can't get nothing from God. They riding in nice cars. They got all the money, but they still not happy. You know why? Because their spirit is nasty. And demons carry nasty spirit. It's not the person, it's the demon inside of them. And if you let the devil in your spirit, he'll make you a nasty person. Don't let him get to your spirit. Give me 3 minutes and shout. Don't let him get to your spirit. Verse number 43 or 40, I think it's there. And he kept coming back with a negative report. And he said, go look toward the sea. Watch this. And he went up and looked and said, there. You're going to say what God about to do. They're going to say nothing. I thought it was coming yesterday. Nothing. You're going back and forth to your job talking about you're going to start a business. And they still say, I see. You're going back and forth to the doctor. And you hear your healing. And they say, I see. You keep talking about you're going to build a house. God shows you a house. And every time you talk about it, they give you a negative report and say, you keep talking about you coming out of debt, but every time you get your credit, come on the line, your points done went down 7 times. Nothing. It's like that, and that's the way it is. God is testing your spirit. Sometimes the only way another person gonna see it, you got to bless them by telling them, keep going back. I'm getting ready to go now. Every time I walked into the church, Elder Hurd was with me sometime. He never saw what I saw in my spirit. When we walked into this building, I said, the building is ours. Go get the key. He looking at me, we ain't got no money. I ain't saying nothing about the money. I said, I just a building. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't asked you about no money. I said, go tell the man to give you the key to the building. Because I know the building was mine. All I needed was the key. He didn't give it to me. Go back again. Go back Monday. Go back Tuesday. Keep saying no. Go back. Go back. Testing your spirit. Care what they say. Somebody else said they were looking at it. They're just looking at his mind. You get nervous because somebody looking at what God has for me. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting happy. What you mean? Y'all, I did it with cars. It's my car. Or somebody done put money down. They'll be back to get it. Do y'all believe God? Well, if you're going to believe God, let's do it. Go back. They didn't hire me the first time. Go back and check on the application. You give up too quick. Somebody shout, you can't give up on this blessing. Y'all ain't excited enough. Come on, say, this might be the last time you get a chance to get blessed like this. Tell somebody to say, you can't give up on this blessing. And I'm telling about 10 folks in here right now, go back. Say, go at least about 7 times. Why do you keep me going back? I don't know. But I do know if you keep going back, something got to break. Verse number 44 is what killed me, Mark. Verse 44, watch this. And on the 7th time, he said, I looked up and I saw something. It wasn't but a little cloud. What? A little cloud. Well, see, now you still trying to play me down. See, now you're trying to mess with you. You still wishy-washy. You're being sarcastic now. You say, I do see. You know, folks will be little. Oh, my God. They'll say, I saw something. Look cloud out, look crowd out to see. It ain't nothing like a man hand. And he said, that's it. Some of y'all been overlooking your blessing because it was little. You believe in God for the big house and he gave you a little one for. Oh, y'all done shout right there. Behind every little blessing is the big blessing. I got to get out of here. Let's go, Cal. Blow the horn, please. I'm trying to tell somebody. You got to watch them little blessings. Point at somebody and say, you got to watch what you say about them little blessings, because behind every little blessing there is a big blessing. Point at somebody and said, don't despise the day of small beginnings, because behind the small beginning is what you saw in your spirit. Somebody shout, that's all I needed, because God's gonna give you abundance out of your little check. Lord have mercy. God's gonna open the door out of a little crack. God is gonna give you everything you desire right behind that little bit. Go tell somebody, say it's behind the little bit. Y'all ain't participating. I say it's behind a little bit. Everything you need is behind a little bit. The little bit of car is announcing the big car about to come. The little bitty house is an announcement that the big house is getting ready to be built. The little bit of job is preparing you your own boss just a little bit. Tell your neighbor just a little bit. That's all I needed. Just a little bit. If I can say a little bit, abundance is on the way. I need about 10 folks to tell somebody your broke days over, sick days. Come on, y'all, let's do this thing and we're gonna do it. Y'all gonna help me prophesy. Y'all gonna help me prophesy. Where are the people that believe that abundance is here today? Well, prophesy over somebody and say every bill that's been punishing you, God is pushing it away. I need some prophets. Every sickness, I need some prophets to prophesy to somebody and say every sickness that's been hurting you, every doctor report that's been negative, God said it's getting ready to rain. It's getting ready to rain. I need somebody to open my mouth. It's getting ready to rain. Get ready. Get down. It's getting ready to rain. Don't let the little cloud fool you. It's getting ready. I need somebody to call some rain. Walk through this place and say it's getting ready to rain on you. Yes, a storm cloud of blessings. A storm cloud. The reason you have to go through that is because rain is coming. I wish I had somebody in here that say rain is coming. Rain is coming. I need some prophets that say rain is coming to your house. Rain is coming to your family. It might not look like but a little bit in your house, but you got enough. Oh, I hear this. You got enough to make it rain. Y'all know you got enough praise to make it rain. Look at somebody and say you got enough praise in you to make it. You got enough praise in you to make it rain on that bill. Make it rain over that sickness. Make it rain over that hurt. Every time you open your mouth, you make it rain. Every time you open your mouth, you make it rain. Open your mouth and make it rain. Fire! Fire! If you know the rain is falling, if you know the rain is falling, if you know you hear it, it's in your spirit. Fire! Rub somebody in the back, say it's raining. Rub somebody in the back. Rub them in the back and say it's raining. Rub them in the back. Say it's raining. Rub them and say it's raining. Let the rain fall. Let the rain fall. Let the rain fall. After the day, let the rain fall. After today, let the rain fall. After the day. Somebody shout, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm running toward the rain. I said I'm running toward the rain. Run so much is coming. Run. Somebody shout, ooh-wee. God is raining on me. Point at somebody and say, ooh-wee. The Lord is raining down on me. Rain on me. Y'all ain't ready. Open your mouth. I can say, rain on me. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Y'all gonna look at me and I'm gonna say, I told you he was gonna heal you. I told you he was gonna give you the house. I told you the way not be easy. I told you he was gonna come through. Shout like you already got it. I got a rain dance. I got a rain dance. I don't care. I got a rain. I got a rain dance. They ain't getting there. If you don't hear no rain, don't dance. But if you hear some rain coming towards your house, I dare you to. They get mad with me, Reggie. Where your rain dance at? I bet y'all won't be broke. I bet y'all won't be sick. Where you at? Nephew, I got a rain dance. I don't care no more, man. I don't care. Do it, Mark. Let it fall out. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. Benita, I feel the rain. I feel. Stop for a minute, boy. Somebody shout, I feel the rain. I'm getting ready to go. Shout, I feel the rain. Come on, y'all. Shout, I feel the rain. Come on now, I feel the rain. I feel. Tell, I feel it. I feel. I feel it. I ain't talking about drip. I ain't talking about drop. I ain't talking about drippity drop. I ain't even talking about a pouring. I'm talking about supernatural outpouring like never before. Somebody shout, right! I'm over my time, but I had to get you there. Lift your hands. You there now. You there now. You there. You are there where you're going to learn to live by your spirit. Somebody shout, it's in my spirit. I'm not leaving here with a negative report. I'm not accepting no more negative report. Say with me, I know what I see. Lift your hands. It's raining. I want you to do this before you leave. Please, Bobby, please help your little bro. I need y'all to do this before you leave. I need you to get this. The next time somebody asks you, Watson, how you doing? I want you to say this. It's raining. They're going to say, huh? I'm answering from my spirit. I'm not answering for what I see. If I answer about what I see, I could give you a negative report. I could say, I don't see nothing working for me. I don't see nothing turning for me. I don't see nothing good about my situation. But I hear in my spirit, it's raining. Lift your hands. I see nothing on the outside. I got to say, it's raining. I'm hurting and aching in my body, but I can barely pay my bills. Come on, buddy. It's raining. Come on. I'm not where I think I ought to be, but that's what you got to go through your house. It might not look like you got but 3 eggs, but guess what? It's you're putting $3 worth of gas in your car. Listen to me, y'all. It's raining. Never forsake the release of the rain. Come on, give me one more minute. Pour it out. Keep your hands up. Ooh, pour it out. 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 Release the rain. Give me a minute. Pour it out. Release. Pour it out. Somebody need to get that. Lift your hands. Robasha. God is doing it. Abundance. Pour it out. Abundance. Somebody shout, pour it out. You're not broke. It's raining. You're not sick. It's raining. Don't go by what you feel. It's raining. You hear me? Pour it out. Release. Son, we gotta go home. Release. God said, Brenda, I need you to believe. Say, I believe my spirit. Well, you won't have to say it's raining when it don't look like it. You're blessed when it don't look like it. And you have more than enough. Somebody, I see a sound. Say with me, I hear a sound of breakthroughs. Clap your hands. Let's go. Let's go. Clap your hands. While you're standing, I speak it over your lives. While you're standing, listen at the prophet, listen at your pastor, listen at the man of God. Listen to me. Listen to your spirit. That's what God told me to tell y'all. Listen to your spirit. Stop living from the natural. Say with me, live from my spirit. That's what you're going to see. Whatever you see in your spirit, that is what God wants to manifest in your life. That's why he says, if you live in the spirit, if you be led by the spirit, this is evidence that you are my children. I don't lead you by your flesh. I lead you from your spirit. Now I need you to stand to your feet, because God is going to speak to your spirit in how to give. It might be more than $25. That's the limit. God's going to speak to your spirit and say, release this into the church. Pastor not going to beg here. Let him talk to your spirit. I bet you won't tell you give $1. I bet you that. I bet you that. So I need you to get your minds together. Did you get something? Those of you that are following us by Facebook, by any other way of technology, please give according from your heart. I beseech you today to please give. Don't leave here and not have a giving spirit. Please, I beseech you that you really, if you want to keep Pastor preaching well, looking like he ain't burdened when he preach, looking like he ain't pitiful, give like that. I promise you I'll keep preaching. Because if you keep giving, the lights will stay on, the music keep playing, and the shout will keep going on. But whenever the lights are off, you come in, no lights, and say, you didn't give enough. The music not playing, you didn't give enough. I'll still be here, but you won't hear certain sounds because you didn't give enough. Only reason those stadiums are filled with 89,000 people during football is because people keep giving. It's the only reason 90,000 folks are clapping and waving pom-poms, eating popcorn and drinking their beer and being happy. The church is the only institution that expects for it to operate without money. Church. And so I need you to be bigger than that and go for your spirit. I don't need no negative report. Father, I thank you for being here. I hear a sound. I heard God just say next week would be the week. That thing somebody been looking for a long time, God just said next week will be the week. Testify, next week would be the week. Just open your mouth and say next week would be the week. Some rain gonna hit my house. Here's my rain offering. Here's my rain offering. Here it is. In Jesus' name. I love all of you. Say amen, amen. Kim, the other day a man inboxed me and I posted something. And Maurice, he said, every time you post something, it keeps me from losing my mind. Did you hear what I just said? He said, Mark, he said, I would call it name. He said, every time you, because I was getting, you know how you getting negative reports from the enemy, you post too much. And in the inbox it says, every time you post, you keep me from losing my mind. Don't you let nobody negative stop you from what you're doing. Even if it's delivering adults, minister